We're back inside Raid Shadow Legends, and I want to talk about how to passively make our champion stronger here today. And if that sounds weird, I understand completely, but we're going to be talking about the arena early game here. I feel like this is a part of the game that kind of gets overlooked, but can benefit your account so much. As you work your way up through the arena, you're going to get bonuses to HP, attack, defense, not to mention at the end of every week, you're going to get a bonus chest, which is going to have some really good artifacts, some really amazing artifacts early on in the game. So we don't want to neglect the arena. We want to definitely put some effort into it. But how do you go about the arena? Because there's definitely going to become a point where we're not going to be able to get too much further. Well, one thing we can do is we can kind of go through and just pick out weaker teams here. You can go by like the player level, just seeing like who's lower level players. Although like early on, a lot of us are going to be evenly matched. You can also go by team power, but really just kind of knowing your champions versus what they're running is a good way to kind of gauge things. For instance, like this 6-star Gaelic, and we got 5 stars, we got 6-star Kale. We're not going to want to fight that team. That team's going to be pretty good. But this team right here with Alice and Kale, and then we got a 4-star, and we got a 4-star only level 7. I feel like we're going to do good. And for the team I'm going to be using some of those free champions we got. Corrado is really good. Ugo is really good in the arena. And remember, guys, you can get Corrado and Ugo completely for free. Here are the exact steps that you need to follow. Log out of your Polarium Play on your PC, or if you've never had Raid installed on your phone, go ahead and install using the link in the description. After clicking the link in the description, use a brand new email to register for Polarium Play. Then go ahead and launch Raid, complete the tutorial as normal, and then go to your inbox and claim your first champion. Here we go, guys. You'll find Corrado in here, and then come back when you hit level 15 and you'll find Ugo. This is an amazing account start in Raid, so click that link and follow the steps. Why I like these champions for the arena? Well, Corrado is just a really strong attacker. This is how we have him built. Remember, we got him up to about 80% crit rate because we can actually put him in the lead spot and get a 20% boost. I just want a bunch of attack in there. We want a little bit of survivability with HP, but his skills, I also got this Unholy Grail, which was pretty nice. But his skills are just really nice. He can block active skills on all enemies, which that means they can't use their skills. That's really good. On his A2, he has a chance to stun whoever he's attacking. That means they're gonna have to take a turn without doing anything, and then placing a 20% weaken is just a really good thing, or 25% weaken, excuse me. It's just a really good thing. It's gonna make you hit them harder. Monkey King is just so good. Now, one thing I need to do is I need to work on getting Monkey King up to 3-star Ascension. That way we can get that passive. The main thing is we just gotta farm those potions, and I'm a little bit stuck on the potion keeps. We'll get there. But he also attacks all enemies and places a block buff after stealing a buff. And then this skill right here is really nice. Attacks one, it ignores the defense, and then the surplus damage goes into the other people he attacks. So he's just really good. Ugo's really strong because he removes the heal reductions and then removes all debuffs and heals, but also has that revive on there. But also there's a decreased defense and block buffs. And remember, I don't recommend really pulling shards outside of pool events, but we did YOLO 1 shard and got Vogoth, who's actually one of the best early game healers in the game. Whenever Vogoth's attacked, it heals all allies 50% of the damage healed. So that's the team we're going to be running with in the arena. And I think this team is really solid. So let's go up against this team here. Now, one thing that's really nice is Monkey King has an ally speed and arena. So we can lead with Monkey King or Corrado. I think we'll just stick with Monkey King to go with that speed. But remember, our Corrado isn't at 100% crit rate. And really, you can just run these on auto. Just let it play out. If you feel the need to go manual on it, you can. Like if you think it's going to be a tougher matchup and you want to do specific things or target specific champions. But also remember, you can just click like that and you can target those champions. So you don't necessarily have to go through an auto. And I know some people think like arena can be really grindy and time investment. It doesn't have to be. You can really get through arena really nicely. We level up, we're almost at the next tier. And then if there's no one in here that we like, kind of like this team right here. Yeah, there's that one. I feel like we could get through that one here. Let's try it. But if there's no teams you like, just wait and refresh. I wouldn't recommend investing, especially if we're going free to play, investing gems and refreshing, but every 15 minutes, you can refresh your enemies and then get new enemies up to attack. We're gonna use this, but also be patient with it. Don't just force things just to force it. Oh, that Alice hits hard. When do I get my Alice? I think I'm on day 4 or 5. I think we're on day 5, so we'll get Alice soon. Alice actually hits kind of hard. That was kind of rude. All right, we do get through there, and we level up to silver 2, which is nice, but that, I guess that took our refresh away, leveling up as you level up. But you can see we actually get some teams in here I think we could do really well against. I think that's good. But the reason we're also going to play arena, aside from these tiers, which don't get me wrong, we're already up to 8% bonuses, and you can work up to some really nice bonuses. I mean, my account usually hangs out in gold 4, which is 22% to everything. It's super helpful. But aside from that, we can also work through and level up things in our Great Hall. These are bonuses that are going to go to your champions in all areas. Like, this is amazing. You see, I already invested in attack and accuracy. Accuracy is really good early on. I would recommend like going by what your champions are. So you can see in our arena team, and really 3 of our strongest champions are going to be spirit affinity. So investing in those spirit level ups are going to be really nice. And then Ugo and even Kale are going to be magic. So early on, we're going to invest in green and blue. And really early on, just kind of trying to get a level on all these is going to be helpful. I mean, gaining just a 5 accuracy early game is really nice, 2% attack. Like, these are all really nice bonuses. And then as you play the arena more, the more of these you're going to get leveled up, and it's going to be really nice. So it's just going to help out. And then as you work up, you get up to level 50 and unlock tag arena. That's where you're going to get those area bonuses. That's something we'll talk about a little bit later in the game. But for early on, I think focusing on arena, making sure that you're using your tokens, because the tokens are going to regenerate. And that's one thing, since we've been free to play and we used up all our energy, I've been trying to make sure I'm using my energy, not letting it build up, but also using my arena tokens as they build up also. Also, we're doing clan boss, which is another way to get gear. We were able to take down the easy clan boss. The clan has been growing really nice, but this is where you can get some really elite gear in the game. Cruel gives you 15% attack and ignores defense. We're definitely going to hold on to that. And then we get another piece of Cruel. So you can get some really amazing sets in here. Just in case you guys are trying to start a new account and join me, we have plenty of space in the free-to-play clan here. So come along, come join us, come play with us, and you can play clan boss, you can play arena with us, it'll be good. And again, don't worry about spending 5 gems to refresh. If you don't like any of the teams, or you don't think you can beat any of the teams, just be patient, let it refresh. But one thing also I would recommend is working on getting those champions up. One thing we need to do is work on running the potion keep. So I think that's where I'm going to be investing some energy as well. But again, I got all of these tokens, so let's run just a couple more arena battles here to finish out the video. This is something I wanted to talk about early game, because I feel like a lot of newer players just kind of overlook the arena. So it's just a good way to kind of boost up your champions and make them stronger without having to really do too much. Plus, arena is a good way to learn and understand your champions, and learn and understand other champions and what they do, how they can benefit each other in the arena. As we get more champions, it's going to be really good. Also, I guess let's talk about some of the other champions that we have that could be good early game. I'm not going to go through the full index, but like in arena, like Kale could be really nice for you if you don't have like everything that we have. He's got that poison. He attacks all enemies. Anyone that's going to attack all enemies is going to be really nice. Not to mention he attacks 4 times with that poison. Spirit Host is really solid. Removes all debuffs and a block debuffs on all allies, plus an increased attack, which is really good. War Priest is okay, but has a heal on there and an increased attack on all allies. Skullsworn is sneaky good in arena, in my opinion. If you don't have a lot of good champions early on, which we shouldn't have a problem getting early champions. There's so many ways to get early champions, but he fills his own turn meter by 15% on critical hits, fills his turn meter by 50% if he kills an enemy, has increased speed, has a counter attack on there. He can be really annoying. We also have Elder in here who has a counter attack. He has ally protection, which is going to take some of that damage off your allies. And Berserker, who's just a really strong attacker, attacks all allies twice, and you can get that damage up using the books. So there's a lot of great ways, a lot of great champions early on that you can get for free. We've gotten those champions just by farming and playing through the game. So don't neglect your arena early on. Play through there. Work on getting that Great Hall, because Great Hall is a big investment, but it pays off in the end. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and use the link down there in the description. Get your Corrado for free, get your Ugo for free. Come back tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the next one.